Welcome to a journey into the extraordinary quantum world of plants. In 2023, scientists at UC Berkeley made a discovery that revolutionizes our understanding of photosynthesis. Plants don't just follow the classical laws of physics. They exploit quantum mechanics to achieve near-perfect energy efficiency. Today, we'll explore how plants use quantum tunneling, how scientists are enhancing crops with quantum principles, and what this means for our future energy systems and understanding of life itself. Our story begins at the University of California, Berkeley, where Dr. Naomi Ginsberg and her team published groundbreaking research in the Journal of Physical Chemistry Letters in 2023. Their discovery? Plants utilize quantum tunneling during photosynthesis, a phenomenon where particles pass through energy barriers that should be impenetrable according to classical physics. This isn't just an academic curiosity. It's a fundamental revelation about how life works. The research team demonstrated that electrons in photosystem II complexes can tunnel quantum light across protein structures, moving harvested light energy at distances up to 20 nanometers without the energy loss that would occur in conventional electron transport. This discovery completely upends the classical understanding of photosynthesis that has dominated biology textbooks for decades. Plants aren't just chemical factories operating under Newtonian physics. They're sophisticated quantum machines, exploiting wave-particle duality to solve complex energy capture and transfer problems. What makes this discovery so remarkable is the quantum coherence observed in photosynthetic systems. This coherence allows plants to sample multiple energy pathways simultaneously, selecting the most efficient route in real time. And when I say real time, I mean incredibly fast. These processes occur within femtoseconds. That's 10 to the power of minus 15 seconds, or 1/4 of a second. To put that in perspective, a femtosecond is to a second what a second is to about 31.7 million years. At this timescale, plants are performing quantum computations that would make our most advanced supercomputers envious. The most surprising aspect is that plants maintain quantum coherence at relatively warm temperatures. Most human-engineered quantum systems require extreme cold to function, often near absolute zero. Yet plants have evolved molecular structures that maintain quantum coherence at room temperature and above, something we're still struggling to achieve in quantum computing. This natural quantum engineering contradicts earlier assumptions that thermal noise in biological systems would inevitably drown out quantum effects. Even more fascinating is how plants don't just overcome environmental noise. They actually use it to enhance quantum effects through what scientists call environment-assisted quantum transport, or ENAQT. Specific vibrational frequencies in the surrounding proteins don't disrupt quantum coherence as we might expect. They actually amplify it. It's as if plants have turned what should be a problem into an advantage. Imagine a crowded room where conversations become clearer rather than more difficult to hear. That's essentially what plants have achieved at the quantum level. This discovery challenges our fundamental understanding of the boundary between quantum and classical physics. We've traditionally thought of quantum effects as delicate phenomena that collapse when interacting with the environment. Plants show us that nature has found ways to harness environmental interactions to sustain and even enhance quantum processes. The confirmation of quantum effects in photosynthesis hasn't remained purely theoretical. It has sparked an entirely new field that researchers call quantum agronomics. At Wageningen University in the Netherlands, the Q-Leaf Consortium has developed prototype quantum-enhanced crop varieties that amplify natural quantum coherence in chloroplasts. Their modified rice strain, currently in contained field trials, shows a remarkable 27% increase in photosynthetic efficiency under varying light conditions compared to conventional varieties. What makes quantum agronomics different from traditional genetic modification is its approach. Rather than introducing new genes, it involves subtle adjustments to protein scaffold structures that maintain quantum coherence for longer periods. As Dr. Hiroshi Takahashi, who leads the consortium's biophysics division, explains, we're not changing what the plant does. We're enhancing how efficiently it does what it already knows how to do by extending quantum coherence times from 400 femtoseconds to nearly 700 femtoseconds. These modifications allow crops to maintain high productivity under suboptimal conditions, including lower light intensity and temperature fluctuations that would normally disrupt photosynthetic efficiency. The implications for global food security are profound. Quantum-enhanced crops demonstrate remarkable resilience to rapid light fluctuations, such as those caused by cloud cover or canopy shading. They maintain optimal energy capture where conventional varieties experience significant efficiency drops. This is because the enhanced quantum coherence allows the photosystem to remain in a state of quantum readiness, maintaining superposition states that can instantly adapt to changing light conditions without the lag time typically observed in classical systems. Early economic analyses from the International Food Policy Research Institute suggest that widespread adoption of quantum-optimized crop varieties could increase global food production by 14 to 18% without expanding agricultural land use. This could potentially feed an additional 1.2 billion people using existing farmland, representing one of the most significant potential advances in agricultural productivity since the Green Revolution of the mid-20th century. In a world facing climate change and growing population pressures, quantum agronomics offers a path to increased food security without further environmental degradation from agricultural expansion. Beyond natural systems, the quantum tunneling discoveries have revolutionized artificial photosynthesis research. The Columbia Quantum Materials Center announced in January 2024 the development of a new class of quantum-coherent materials that mimic the protein scaffolds found in natural photosystems. Their prototype solar fuel generator achieves 19% efficiency in converting sunlight directly to hydrogen fuel, nearly triple the efficiency of previous artificial photosynthesis systems. The key innovation involves a metamaterial of precisely arranged quantum dots embedded in a protein-inspired matrix. This arrangement creates what lead researcher Dr. Elena Kovalenko calls quantum highways, pathways where harvested photon energy can be transported with minimal loss through controlled quantum tunneling effects. Unlike conventional solar panels that generate electricity, these systems produce chemical fuels directly, bypassing efficiency losses associated with electricity storage. The U.S. Department of Energy has allocated $78 million to scale this technology, with pilot plants expected to begin operation by 2026. The quantum-inspired artificial photosynthesis systems also demonstrate unprecedented durability. Traditional approaches suffered from rapid degradation of catalysts and light harvesting components, typically losing 50% efficiency within 200 hours of operation. In stark contrast, the quantum-coherent systems maintain stable performance for over 2,000 hours, with yearly degradation rates below 5%. This breakthrough in stability comes from mimicking another quantum feature of natural photosynthesis: self-repair pathways that continuously recalibrate quantum coherence through subtle structural adjustments at the molecular level. The economic implications are substantial. Industry analysts at Bloomberg NEF project that quantum-enhanced artificial photosynthesis could reduce the levelized cost of hydrogen production to below $1.50 per kilogram by 2030. This would make renewable hydrogen cost competitive with fossil fuels for the first time without subsidies, representing a potential tipping point for the hydrogen economy. Such affordable clean hydrogen could enable the decarbonization of industrial processes like steel production and ammonia synthesis, which have proven challenging to electrify directly and continue to be major sources of carbon emissions globally. The confirmation that plants operate at the quantum level challenges fundamental assumptions about the boundary between quantum and classical worlds. Philosopher of science Dr. Thomas Nagel from NYU suggests these findings represent a paradigm shift in our understanding of life itself. We've traditionally assumed quantum effects were irrelevant to biological processes. Now we must consider that evolution has been harnessing quantum mechanics for billions of years. This realization forces us to reconsider what life is at its most fundamental level. If quantum mechanics is essential to core biological processes, then life may be intrinsically quantum mechanical in nature. Ecologically, these discoveries raise questions about how environmental changes might impact quantum coherence in natural ecosystems. Preliminary research from the Amazon Rainforest Observatory indicates that certain pollutants can disrupt quantum coherence in plant photosystems before other signs of toxicity appear, potentially creating a new category of environmental damage previously undetectable by conventional means. As quantum biologist Dr. Johanna Romero notes, we may need to reconceptualize environmental protection with quantum effects in mind. It's possible that ecosystems are being damaged at the quantum level long before we see macroscopic evidence. Integrating quantum biology into conservation science has led to revised environmental impact assessments for several industrial processes. Researchers at the University of British Columbia have developed quantum-sensitive biomonitors, modified plants with fluorescent proteins linked to quantum-coherent states, that detect quantum disruption from pollutants at concentrations up to 50 times lower than conventional detection methods. These quantum canaries are being deployed in pilot programs near industrial facilities in Canada, Germany, and Singapore, creating an early warning system for quantum environmental disruption. These monitoring systems represent a new frontier in environmental protection. By detecting quantum-level disruptions before they manifest as visible damage, industries and regulators can take preventive action much earlier. The quantum biomonitors can detect subtle changes in quantum coherence patterns within minutes of exposure to harmful substances, compared to traditional methods that might take days or weeks to show results. This early detection capability could prevent long-term ecosystem damage by allowing for immediate intervention when quantum disruptions are first detected. The revelation that plants have been quantum computers transforms our understanding of photosynthesis and opens new frontiers in sustainable energy, food security, and our fundamental relationship with the natural world. As we unravel the quantum secrets of photosynthesis, we find ourselves humbled by the sophistication of natural systems that evolved quantum solutions long before humans recognized quantum mechanics as a field of study. The convergence of quantum physics, biology, and agricultural science represents a new chapter in humanity's relationship with nature, one where we learn from and enhance biological quantum engineering rather than attempting to replace it. This shift from conquering nature to quantum collaboration may prove essential as we face the dual challenges of feeding a growing population and transitioning to sustainable energy systems in the coming decades. Perhaps most profoundly, these discoveries suggest that the boundary between the quantum and classical worlds is not as clear as once thought. If quantum effects play crucial roles in warm and messy systems, such as living plants, we must reconsider fundamental assumptions about when and where quantum mechanics matters. As we continue exploring this quantum biological frontier, we may find that life exists at the fascinating boundary where quantum weirdness gives rise to classical reality. As we've explored throughout this journey, the discovery that plants harness quantum mechanics fundamentally changes our understanding of life itself. From the Berkeley lab where scientists first confirmed quantum tunneling in photosystem 2, to the fields of quantum-enhanced crops, to the artificial photosynthesis systems producing clean hydrogen, we're witnessing a paradigm shift across multiple disciplines. Plants have been quantum engineers for billions of years, achieving at room temperature what our most advanced technologies struggle to maintain at near absolute zero. This revelation offers practical solutions to global challenges like food security and clean energy production, while simultaneously challenging our philosophical understanding of the boundary between quantum and classical worlds. As we develop quantum-sensitive environmental monitoring and rethink conservation through a quantum lens, we're entering an era where humanity's relationship with nature becomes one of learning and collaboration rather than conquest. The quantum nature of photosynthesis reminds us that life may exist precisely at the fascinating boundary where quantum weirdness gives rise to classical reality, and that the natural world still has profound secrets to teach us if we're willing to look closely enough. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates. Your feedback is appreciated. We hope to see you again.